No. I'm gonna feel a certain type of way. That's gonna throw me the fuck off. Like, that's not in my algorithm. That's not in my mental algorithm of the way that I live my life. All this energy, you're gonna eventually exhaust the person that you're with.
Hey, what's your point? All women are the same. All women are the same. They all have the same emotion.
You know it's gonna be emotional.
But a lot of men don't. A lot of men don't want another man around.
Yeah.
And you gonna be like, God damn, bitch, what? I just did all this shit, and you just, what the fuck? Where did this shit come from?
What up, world? She got BA for real 100. Welcome to Get Your Game Up. We are back with another one, and I'm here with my brethren, CAPOLOGY. What's goody?
Yeah, it's your boy Capital Don, aka CAPOLOGY FACTZ. So I'm all about getting your game up today. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody. Salute to the chat. Salute to the people that's gonna watch it back on playback. Please subscribe to Get Your Bars Up Media. Hit that like button. Share to your friends. Hey, this is something that we can all, participate in, have good conversations, and kind of build men and women relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then also subscribe to my channel, CAPOLOGY FACTZ. You know what I mean? There's only one. There's only one. There's only one. Go ahead.
That's a fact. So, man, how's it going, Capo? How's everything going with you, bro?
I'm good, hanging in there. You know what I mean? Still dealing with what I'm dealing with. Got to start doing some not massage therapy, some
physical therapy.
Physical therapy, so they can, these motherfucking insurance companies are crazy. They want you to go through all the rigmarole just to get, an MRI. You know what I'm saying? So I got to deal with that. But other than that, man, I'm chilling, working, dealing with life.
Definitely. Well, once again, for our
How are
people
you?
watching, I'm good. I'm definitely good. I'm still on this high from passing this test, man, and I can't wait to get to the next stratosphere.
Start making that money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait to make that money.
Yeah, it's an extra couple racks, extra couple racks on top of the good that I make now. So, with that being said, shout out to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch tuning in. Whichever you come in and watch, make sure you hit that like button, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on Twitch, or whether you're anywhere else. Thank y'all for rocking with us this Sunday. Without y'all, as y'all know, we wouldn't be doing this shit, but we do it for the people because we like to talk our shits, real shit. And of course we like to play around here and there, but on Sundays we like to get straight to it. We like to talk that real life, not just based off of simply hypothetical, but based off of experience, which we know it's a lot of crazy stuff going around that's super crazy today in this world. But with that being said, accountability, Capo. Accountability. This is like a huge thing. I think to me, at this stage of my life, I believe it's much easier for myself to hold myself accountable and to hold other people that I fuck with accountable. But I know as a younger individual coming up in the world, depending on how you were raised, it's not so easy. What are your thoughts on accountability these days?
People don't know how to hold themselves accountable. That's how I feel. People don't hold themselves accountable. They always blame the next person for their excuse of why they were doing what they're doing. Really not taking the time and be like, I gotta hold myself accountable because I'm the one at fault. If your relationship is going bad, you have to figure out as an individual where it's going bad. And if you hold yourself accountable for the mess, it could get better. That means stop doing the shit when you hold yourself accountable.
That's a
Most
fact.
people don't. They apologize, but they keep on doing the same old destructive shit. Instead of building with love, they try to go out and try to sabotage what they have.
Yeah,
For what? Because you're not taking accountability for yourself.
that's a fact. That's a fact. Um, I agree with what Lindsay just said in the chat. Accountability helps you experience the most growth. Exactly. We talking about, and today we want to talk about, like, I want to talk about accountability from both ends of the perspective, if that makes any sense, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the person that's actually fucking up and won't admit and won't take self accountability, but the person on the opposite end that's allowing it to happen in their presence. They keep accepting the bullshit, saying, "Yo, um, you in a relationship, you feel me? You got your man or you got your woman over here. They keep fucking up. They not really saying they sorry. They blaming everybody. They blaming you. They blaming all of these people. And once they blame you, you're like, oh, let me think of an excuse to let them ride past this. Let's not, like, if they don't want to accept it, it's cool. But how long as a person, how long are you going to hold yourself accountable for letting them treat you and continue to talk to you and put you in all these different situations? How long you going to allow yourself to deal with that? So you
Right.
got to hold yourself accountable, because if shit hit the fan, you can't just blame that other person. You got to blame yourself too, because damn, I had a chance to leave this relationship. I had a chance to cut this shit off. I had a chance to charge this person up to let them know don't fuck with me like this, to set that boundary, but you didn't.
But sometimes you do set boundaries. But sometimes them boundaries get crossed.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And whose fault is that? It can't be the person that set the boundary.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be the person that, is the boundary is directed towards them.
Yeah.
And so when they get that, they just feel like, sometimes they feel like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do. Some women be like, I'm a woman, I could do what I want to do. No, we're in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you feel like you a woman, you can do what you want to do. Well, I'm a man, and I will do what I want to do.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But yeah, piggybacking off of what you said, Capo. But if you do set that boundary, and that person's you're dealing with a person that's a habitual line crosser, and you allow them to continue to keep straddling that line and going past that line, then you have to look yourself in the mirror then
Yes.
and really be like, should I continue to keep dealing with this
Why am
person?
I accepting this behavior?
Exactly. And that's a big thing in accountability. But I got a few clips though.
But
I
let
got
me say this real quick.
talk your shit.
When we're talking about this, right? This accountability. This is not directed just towards men and women relationships.
Yeah.
This is about relationships, period. Guys being friends, women being friends, and women and men being friends, or relationships, whatever. Everybody got to hold themselves accountable.
Mm. Damn, before we get to it, Lindsay
That's a
said,
that's a essay right there.
yeah,
Hold up.
yeah, she like paragraphs. Lindsay, when you get a chance, come over to Facebook, hit that like button. I appreciate. Come over to YouTube, hit that like button. I see you on Facebook though. I appreciate you. She says, I dated someone who was stuck in their own pain and grief, but couldn't hold their self accountable and learn from all their experiences and move forward. It just left them stuck and stagnant, ruined the entire relationship. That is very common. That is very, very common.
Because everybody has pain and grief.
Yes. 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 And with that pain and grief, see, this is another subject, but it does coincide with this, what we're talking about. If you do have pain and you are going through some situations, you got a lot of baggage. You probably want to think about that before you step and try to jump into another relationship, or not even just a relationship with another person, but a relationship with a certain field of work, whatever you do, something that, because you're dealing with something that You're dealing with a certain type of energy that you're holding on that you can transfer to other people and other things and other spaces around you. That's a no-no. If it's not positive, you don't need it. But it is easy to pass on back negative energy, especially if we can go back to relationships. I'd be like, I got my heart broken. I don't trust these hoes. This, that. Fuck these bitches. I got this type of mind state. But then a dope ass woman comes along, and I see her, and we start talking, and she wants to take it to another level. And my ass say, yeah, okay, we can do that, knowing that I'm not right with myself. That's not a good thing in most cases. In most cases, because this is how you fuck up people's. This is how you fuck up people's auras. This is how you fuck up a person's whatever, and have them spread on that negative energy. And then next thing you know, this wonderful woman or this wonderful guy, whichever you want, turn into fuck the opposite sex. This is what they turn into. So that's something crazy too. Everybody has choices. Definitely. Everybody definitely does have choices. And with those choices you do, I mean, if you are willing to experience a relationship with another individual, that's a chance that you have to take. That's a chance that you have to take. Or you don't have to take. So that is a choice.
It's a fact.
When we fail to set boundaries and hold people accountable, we feel used and mistreated. This is why we sometimes attack who they are, which is far more hurtful than addressing a behavior or a choice. We're gonna have to drop this leak. Blue, he's spitting bars right now. Blue, you are spitting bars right now. But what are your thoughts on what Blue just stated, Capo? Before we get into
I kind of addressed the same thing, but didn't phrase it in that way.
Facts. She said, just some food for thought. That's a fact. But with that being said, we got a couple snippets that we want y'all to hear. And y'all tell us what y'all think in that comment section. And of course, this pertains to what we're talking about today, accountability.
Accountability feels like attack when you're not ready to take responsibility for how your behaviors have made other folk feel. When you're in a position in your life where you're creating your storms and then get mad when it rains, when you're out there throwing rocks and hiding your hand, when you're doing the absolute most, creating all the chaos in your own life and in the lives of other folk, when you're not ready to take the responsibility and the part that you play in that, you're going to always feel like somebody is riding you. You're going to always feel like somebody is coming down on you. You're going to always feel like somebody is trying to make you the bad guy. But the truth of the matter is you got to take responsibility for the things that you do, the things that you say, and how you move. And most importantly, how you make other people feel. How what you do and what you say impact the lives of the people that surround you. You're going to have to grow up one day.
Bars. So you can reap what you sow. That's real. But once you reap what you sow and you look back at every single lesson, every single path you chose to take, you got to realize that you chose that path. No one else. You did. Whether it's for the good or whether it's for the bad. Talk to us, Capo.
In past relationships, I noticed, for me, this is my experiences. Okay, women like to downplay what they do and sweep it under the rug. They wanted me to sweep what they did, which was wrong, under the rug. But if I turn around and do the same thing, it's highlighted on the grandest level.
Definitely.
And then it's like I'm to blame, but it's like you're doing the same thing though. But why is yours get swept under the rug and I'm being highlighted as the person that is doing wrong. That's not fair at all to nobody. Because you have to understand, you have to hold yourself accountable and make sure you're not doing the same destructive shit that you and your partner are discussing to make your life better with each other.
Yeah.
You cannot one day not do it for like 2 months. Let's say you didn't let's say for 2 months she didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Then one day she does it again. Then it's like the excuse is I stopped doing that. How? You just did it again. You can't get mad at me for trying to hold you accountable and show you you're fucking up.
Yeah.
And it's cool because I love you. I'm supposed to be your man. You know, a lot of women want men to guide, to lead by example.
Yes.
When we try to do that, it's like, oh, you're trying to change me. You're trying to do this. No, I'm trying to show you how to love me and respect me.
Exactly. Communicate.
Because everybody's different. So if I'm telling you this is what I expect, my expectations from you for you is,
yeah,
I expect that just like you expect the same thing from me. And if
Yeah.
you're not doing that, you can't expect me to give you 100% and you only give me 50. And you put it as I'm the woman. I don't care. You'll be single.
Yeah.
Because now I'm putting up my boundaries, so I won't get hurt. So I won't say fuck this shit and go do what the fuck I want to do. Since you want to do what you want to do.
Yeah. That's a fact. So I just so just to piggyback off of what you just said as well, and make sure y'all hit that like button, people. Make sure y'all hit that like button. More and more people are starting to fall in here as well. Shout outs to Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch once more, wherever platform that you are observing from. But yeah, I feel like that's real. If communication, of course, I got to show you, like I got to show you and tell you and present to you how I want to be loved, just as you have to do the same with me. Period. That's when it gets past that, oh, you fine as hell, or oh, you sexy as hell, or oh, you good in the bedroom. Now we're talking about relationship qualities in general. I have to. But if I don't communicate that with you, then that means no boundary has been set. And then when you fuck up, I can't really jump on you for fucking up like that, because I never ever presented to you the way that I wanted to be treated and handled. Period. Because there's very few mind readers in the world.
And I'm not one of them.
Exactly. Me either. I can't read your mind.
I'm not a Vine. I can't read your mind, baby. I don't know what you're thinking. It's all right.
Yeah.
Talk about
it. So we got to do better. We got to do better as people in general. This has nothing to do with any race or with any specific gender. As human beings in general, we have to do better with accountability, and we got to do better with addressing situations, darker situations within us that we know that we don't have right, especially if we are in a relationship. If I know that I'm addicted to something, or if I know that this stuff triggers me, if you are in a serious relationship, let your partner know. And if your partner understands and is willing to build with you and get through that and help you out with that, if you need help with it, which most people do, then yeah, they're for you. If whatever you tell them in honesty pushes them back and pushes them to a space where they don't want to fuck with you no more, that just means that they not meant for you. Period. And shout out to Review Report. Never marry a woman who has had sex with her own ego. for it'll always take precedence over you.
I want to understand, first of all, shout out to you and your comment, right? But why you got the words all smashed together and shit? Like, what are we what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Nah, shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to Review Report.
We could read it, but it's just like,
make sure y'all go subscribe. If y'all are into hip hop, battle rap, and things of that nature, make sure y'all go subscribe over there to Review Report, should I say. We have another one. People don't like criticism. Nobody likes criticism. That's a fact.
I like constructive criticism.
But yeah, that's the difference. We got
there's constructive and there's attack.
You got constructive and you got destructive. Destructive is to tear down, to lead. Constructive is to tear down and build up. So if it's constructive, I'm all for it. But I'm gonna tell y'all this though. Before you start trying to give your 2 cents and you start trying to be constructive and give criticism, know who you dealing with, meaning know how to talk to this individual. Know how you got to handle this individual. Because if you do not know how to handle this individual and you just telling them your opinions about what you think they should do, and you come out in the wrong way that they don't accept it, it's going to be a rude awakening for you. And people will take shit the wrong way. So know who you dealing with. It is cool to give your 2 cents about whatever, but just know who you dealing with and how you dealing with them, and know how you speak to them, because presentation is a lot, especially when it comes to communication. Don't let that go over your head, y'all. Don't let that go over your head.
And if you ain't over your last situation, if they hurt you that bad, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Because you want to know how to love me. You know what I mean? I'm going to be in the relationship that you're going to treat me like you treated them.
Feedback, y'all.
You know what I mean? They're going to treat you, if they're not totally over that situation, they're still going to go into the new relationship, still stuck on that old relationship and trying to, and it's, a lot of that is, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of that is damaging for them, for people. You know what I mean? You're damaged goods right now. If you're not out there trying to make yourself better and get over that situation, knowing that person is destructive, is toxic, all that shit, work on that first. Because if you go to the next relationship, your mind is still on your past.
Yeah.
That's where the relationship starts fucking up, because you only see that relationship. You don't see nothing new.
Facts. Yeah. We got another clip for y'all too for the moment. And this goes into regards to the person that's not holding the other person accountable for their actions. Not the person that's actually fucking up, but the person on the opposite end of that spectrum. Here's some words of wisdom for you all on that.
Cannot continue to make excuses for the behaviors of others. And every time you do, you relinquish them from having to take responsibility for their actions and their poor decisions. And ultimately, you'll end up stunting their growth by becoming a person that enables them, rather than someone that challenges or requires them to be better. Every time you fail to hold them accountable, you're failing them on a much deeper level than you think, and also subjecting yourself to having to repetitively deal with their unhealthy behaviors.
That's bars. The young man was spitting, Capo.
It's because they stuck on that old relationship, on that nigga that really hurt them. That's what it is.
Facts. But you as the individual who is dealing with somebody with pain and hurt, and you really, really like them, or you have fell in love with them, and you see that, and now it's gotten to the point where it's affecting your life now. that's when you have to hold yourself accountable for the situation at hand. Because once again, you have a choice. You can either deal with the shit, or you can leave it there, or you can go out your way to try to fix it. But at the end of the day, if it goes negative or if it goes positive, that's on you, and that's on the way that you want to be. This is how you're showing how you want to be treated, and what you're willing to let go, what you are willing to let happen. So if you're not acknowledging the bullshit and the fault then and there, and it continues to keep happening, don't go blame the other person for continuing to do that bullshit, because now they showed you who they are. That is them. They showed you who they are. And if they've shown you who they are and you continue to keep dealing with the bullshit, that's on you now. But it's a lot of people who go out and they let people fuck them over so many times because of past, because I love this person. Oh, this person has never made me feel a certain type of way. Yeah, but they keep fucking you over though. You didn't caught a couple diseases because they just slept with other people. She told you. I only slept with this person because of you, so you got to get better. And you fell for the okie doke.
Is that because women think off of men's potential?
That's exactly.
Because you hear that a lot, you know. I see he had potential, and I wanted to. You wanted to what? What you wanted to do?
Yo, see, now we got to get into this too. We got to get into this. When it comes to ladies, I'm gonna speak to the ladies first. Ladies first. Ladies, if old boy that you fucking with continues to keep fucking other hoes, continues to keep treating you like shit, but yet he does put it down in the bedroom and he does little small shit to keep you there, and you wake up and you start to see yourself unhappy, but then you keep going back to this person and dealing with the bullshit, you cannot blame that person. You have to look yourself in the fucking mirror. Am I wrong, Capo?
No. I had to look in the mirror for a very long time. Like, do I really want to keep on going through this? Do I want to feel like to be made look bad, or the one that is not loving or understanding? No, I do. I don't understand the toxic shit from your past. Because if I'm able to change my whole self from my last relationship, healing myself before I jump into a relationship, I'm irresponsible. Because I know I ain't shit. I know I'm fucked up. And I know I might do something crazy, and it's going to make me look worse because I did something crazy.
That's not good enough. How much money we talk about? Shout out to Shawnee. Shawnee is in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. More and more people are falling in here. But same thing with you fellas. Your girl keep going out. She keep going to the club late at night. She don't want to bring you. She want to spend more time with her friends. But she got that good. Her good is so fucking powerful that you can throw it in the air and it turn to sunshine. She got that type of good. And she's using up your money, your resources and everything, not giving anything back to you as far as in any type of way, except putting it down in the bedroom and whatnot. She going and she might fuck around. She might have some side niggas like a lot of these women do these days because they think it's cool, even though that shit is whack. And you allow that shit to happen because you are so infatuated and you are so in love. That is on you then. She keeps apologizing to you, talking about, I don't know, I think I need help. A lot of excuses that women can say to you. You can't blame her for who she is. You cannot blame her for who she is and how she treats you because you keep allowing it to happen. The same way. Is that good for your health? Me personally, as a grown-ass man, no. Hell no. I refuse. We got to set them boundaries early. Because if I do see potential in you as you see potential in me, even though I see that potential, I still got to show you how I need to be loved. Just like you got to show me how you need to be loved. Period.
And the best way to do that is not fucking.
Yeah.
Because a lot of relationships are built off fucking.
Yes.
They're not built off anything else but that.
Mm-hmm.
And people getting their feelings when they fucking. Oh, I love him. How, bitch? We've never went out. We really don't have conversations. We fucking. We have a small pillow talk. How do you love me? Vice versa. How do I love you? I love what you're giving to me right now.
Thanks.
We're not building anything. We're fucking. So if you want to have a successful relationship, y'all got to do the groundwork before y'all start laying pipe or getting piped.
Yes. 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 You got to build a foundation.
That's a fact.
And when you build that foundation, you have to build that foundation with each other. And then on top of while you're building that foundation, I recommend be honest, 100% transparent. You have to be. You cannot build a foundation off of lies. This is how people get fucked up in the world. This is definitely how people get fucked up in the world. And I just saw a story. On check out. I need y'all to go to subscribe to Dreamer Reality. Dreamer Reality. Type that in on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Dope content. Shout out to Blue Dream. Shout out to her. But it was a guy who it was a guy who ended up was going to the league and all of that stuff, was about to have $1 million contract, all of this other shit. Dated this one woman who so-called was married, but that was crazy. He didn't know she was married, but he know he didn't really want to be with this woman. But she must have been bad. She must have been attractive, gorgeous, all of that shit. She starts messing with this nigga with the potential, with this guy with this potential to was supposed to go to the NFL or the Canadian Football League, whatever, and make millions of dollars. He know he didn't want to be with her. So, of course, he waited to the last minute to pretty much tell her, I don't want to fuck with you. Like, this other girl's better, like whatever. He waited. But prior to that, allegedly, he sent her a text message like, I love you. Oh my gosh. Da-da-da-da. Just so he can continue to keep getting that snatch. Stop it. So what happens is when he told her the truth, when he finally told her the truth at the last minute, she gets on the phone, calls her brother and his friends to come over and kill this individual guy. So they come over, and once they come over, cause ruckus and all of that shit, get in a fight. The dude runs back into the crib, gets his AR-15, and sprays up shit and ends up catching a body. Now, this is not about if it's self-defense or whatever. That's for the courts and shit to deal with. My thing is when it comes to accountability, the young man probably should have cut that chick off a long time ago.
No, first of all, let me interject. The nigga should have told the truth. Yes. Niggas feel like they gotta lie so they could just keep the pussy. If you told them off front, I'm not into you, I'd rather fuck than be into you.
Queen.
If you're honest, you probably won't get the pussy. That's why you lie. That's why you lie. Then that's that accountability.
Yeah.
Now the female, you that hurt that the nigga finally said, "I'm done with you." You want to get him killed. That's even crazier. Hold yourself accountable. You should have gave him the pussy. Whose fault is that? Yours.
Yeah.
Yours. So they both fucked up and wrong in the situation.
Facts.
Now, if we have a whole bunch of niggas came to my house, same shit.
Yeah.
I'm pulling out the chop too.
Exactly. You're gonna chop
The
trees
fuck?
down. You're definitely gonna chop a bunch of trees down
Look.
that day.
I had this situation happen before, right? But it wasn't. I ain't catch a body.
Hey, story time with Capo. This is story time with Capo, real quick, y'all.
So
Make sure you
I
hit the
remember.
like button.
I remember when I was like 17, 18. I was fucking with this chick, but she had a man, right? I was over her crib one day. Her man came through with a bunch of niggas, right?
Yeah.
But I got out of there. I seen him again. This time, he goes to my house with a bunch of niggas. My mom's house. I got off work. I was pulling up. I hit the corner. I see a bunch of niggas. I look. Oh, hell no. Bet. I hit the block. Went to go get all my niggas. Caught them niggas walking around the block, going up the street. Caught them all.
Yeah.
Pulled up on them. And we fought. Why are we fighting? Because you mad because I took your bitch? You can't get mad at me. Your bitch chose me. You know the name of the game?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Niggas are weird.
I gotta say this too. I gotta say this for the ladies, and I gotta say this for the fellas too. If you find your man or your woman cheating, or you go into a restaurant, or you pass by somewhere, you see your loved one with somebody else being intimate and all of that shit, cheating, like I said, why are you giving all your energy towards the person that they're cheating with? Because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say 8 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, that person that they're cheating with probably doesn't even know that you even fucking exist.
That's a fact.
Have no idea, but you want to charge them up and catch a case for them, opposed to actually bringing all that same energy to the person that you're actually with, that you that lied to you in your face and told you that they weren't going to do anything. Those are the people that you got to keep your energy towards, not this other person that has nothing to do with you, has no whatever. That was different if it's a best friend, a family member, or a very close friend. I understand that energy then. But most times, believe it or not, it's people that are on some whole other type of spectrum that you have no idea about, and they have no idea about you. And whoever the person that you're actually dealing with is their secret that you just found out. So please don't go catching cases with people you don't know about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Period. And this is where we get into this part of the segment. Who do you, Capo? Just a question, and this is for the chat too. In relationships, who do you think lacks more accountability? The male or the female?
To be honest, both.
Great answer. You think it's equal?
Yeah, because we all fucked up.
Elaborate.
We all have our demons. We all have our, if like I've experienced a lot of things in my life. And a lot of those end up being triggers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But when you have triggers, you have to understand that's the That's the feelings that you have because of some prior shit that can kind of actually have you thinking one way and it's really not that. So sometimes a lot of times you have to control your triggers. Just because this person did what I experienced back in the day, it might not be that. So
Yeah.
you have to pay attention to it just to make sure that's not what it is. Because I could be tripping. There's a lot of times I'll hit the chat, be like, "Hey, am I bugging about this?"
Yeah.
Because I might be bugging. So I need somebody with clear mind to let me know, am I right or am I wrong? And I'll go from there.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, I will hold myself accountable for it. If I'm right, I'm holding them motherfuckers accountable for it.
See, I think I'm gonna piss some of you ladies off with this.
Lindsay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I'm gonna piss some of you ladies
See,
off with it.
hold on. No, look at what Lindsay put.
We gonna play
Look,
this one video and then we gonna
no,
put the link out in the chat.
yeah, we're not doing this, Lindsay. We're
We
look.
gonna put the link out in the chat. But hey, in my experience, I noticed that when I fuck up in a relationship, I fuck up and do shit, get caught up. I'm quick to be like, especially if I'm involved, if I'm in love or whatever or whatnot. I'm sorry. This like shit. I fucked up. I shouldn't have did this. That's not even cheating. That's not even just cheating. That's anything that pisses off whoever my love is. I noticed that with ladies though, it's a little different with ladies. It's a little different with ladies. With a lot of ladies, they don't say that I'm sorry. They don't say that I'm sorry. A lot of ladies don't say that shit. A lot of ladies don't apologize. A lot of ladies will be like, well, it's because of you, because of this and that. It's a lot of y'all ladies are like this. Not all y'all, not all, but a lot of y'all are. I know it's a lot of men that gaslight, so I'm not even gonna bullshit. It's a lot of men that be gaslight, but it's a lot of ladies that be gaslighting too. It's a lot. I was with this one female. She was on some bullshit. She was on some bullshit. I caught her like, what the fuck? Like, why you grab my credit card and go do that bullshit? Violated my trust. You know what she did? She was like, well, this is because of this and this because of that. And this has happened not with money, not as far as money, but just in situations differently. In situations I've been with in the past. A lot of crazy bullshit. Never really fess up. But you know what I guess I'm sorry is, which is not even really I'm sorry is they'll pull your dick out and then they'll fuck the shit out you. And then a lot of times as men, we forget after that. Or we let that shit ride off. Men, I'm gonna need y'all to be stronger. We gotta be verbal. We gotta be verbal too.
Because if you do something, they not give you no pussy. I'm just telling you that now.
Hey, we're not gonna just be able to kiss her after we fuck up. We can't just kiss her.
Yeah, we're not baby boy.
Exactly.
We're not baby boy.
This ain't the movies, Capo.
No. When Tyrese fucked up, you saw what he did, right?
Yeah.
He fucked the shit out of her and told her, "You gonna make me breakfast after this."
You gonna make me some of them tacos? Fellas, that was a fucking movie. Yeah, that shit like that can happen, but those are far and few in between. That's not common, fellas. It looks cool, but it's not. But for ladies, though, yeah, ladies can get away with a whole bunch of shit. They, especially like I said, especially if you in love, and like I said, they got that good that you can throw in the air, and that shit shines on you and gives you energy. That's the only time. But I say all that to say this: we do have a video, one more clip for y'all in regards to this situation. Shout out to the name of this podcast is called Pearly Things. It's a young white, it's a young Caucasian woman who a lot of people's hating on right now because of manosphere, all this bullshit. But I think that this subject and commentary on what she was asking the people, who was more accountable, male or female, and let's see what she talk about.
Men.
Men.
What? You're shaking your head.
I think women,
Poor
you
girl.
know, we easily say sorry. Men don't say sorry as much as women, so definitely women.
But men say sorry and then continue to fix it, whereas women kind of say sorry and then continue to make the same mistake.
I think women rarely say sorry
I don't think
in a
I've ever.
relationship.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Across the board, I've never. Most men, one of their biggest gripes is that women, they will always move the goalposts. Like if they're wrong, then they will kind of counterpoint on how how you caused it. Like even if they cheat, well, you weren't emotionally available, so it's your fault. No matter what happens, there's an excuse. I rarely hear a woman say, "I'm sorry, honey, I did wrong. I'm going to work on it. You'll never see me do this again. Please forgive me."
Well, I think that's exactly
Women
not
are never
taking
wrong.
accountability.
No, we don't do wrong.
Girl.
No, not in all
You got the right one
situations.
today, boo.
No, not
You
in
got
all
the right one
situations.
today.
It's time to get
Fact.
active.
Well, I think
No.
Look at you from
Listen,
the
I have a point real quick.
Okay, what were you gonna say?
Not in all situations, but I do think women hold their hands up more than men. Men gaslight. That's the thing. There's accountability in gaslighting.
So I think that there's a difference within our society. I think that women have the privilege in our modern day society today to not be held accountable. I did a story not too long ago, about a year or so ago, just popped into my head, where a young lady went down to NBA All-Star Weekend with not enough money to get back home. She then goes on GoFundMe in order to get money in order to go back home. Men cannot do that.
Right.
Men do not have that type of reach and or access to get free money sent to them if they make a boo-boo.
I don't think so. I think that men...
So society in general, just last quick point, society in general has cushions put in place for women more often than men. That's why most homeless people in America are men. It's like 90 to 10%.
90%, yeah.
yeah.
I think when you say that, if you go on the modern day TikToks and whatever, right, you'll find videos of women saying, "Oh, how to apologize to your man? Just scoot up to him naked with your ass out." Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows a lot of non-accountability. That shows when you say that, okay, women are more accountable, it's like, no, that's how they apologize. They think, okay, if we have sex, then everything's fine. And so, yeah, I think women don't hold themselves accountable a lot. I think women have a hard time having that introspection. I think if you do, they try to attack people more so than actually accept that.
Everything that was said was all facts.
Talk,
That's
Capo,
a
talk.
capology facts for your ass. You know what I mean? Straight up.
I just spoke
'Cause
about it.
the goalposts get moved a lot. You know what I mean? Well, like he said, I cheated on you because you're not emotionally available to me. Well, you should have broke up with me then.
Talk, Capo, talk.
You know what I mean? You should have broke up with me. That was the answer for you. If I wasn't emotionally available for you, knowing men ain't built off emotions. We're not emotional creatures like that.
It's logic. We built off of logic.
We have emotions, but we're not built for that. We wasn't taught that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you should have broke up with me, not cheat on me. Because then what happens? I'm going to say, fuck these bitches, and I'm going to do what I want to do. Because obviously, y'all can't hold yourself accountable for y'all bullshit, and y'all like to move the goalpost. So let me move my goalpost right about your life.
Yeah. Capo, we gonna try it now. This is what Trap Buddha says. Hit my cash app. Yeah. I need to catch a flight. Somewhere. I don't know where to, but I need to catch a flight. I need some cash.
Yeah, hit my cash app. Hit my cash app. I want to see something. You know what I mean?
But
hey, I need to get
facts. But hey, I'm not gonna front. But a lady though, a lady could, like women in general, they can put that whole spiel out, especially if they're considered quote unquote attractive. And niggas would trick like a motherfucker. As the young man.
I see it all the time. I
You
see it
see
all
it?
the time. Yeah, I see it
Really?
all the time. I'm on Bigo. So I see it all the time.
Yeah, you know them sad stories on Bigo. Bigo,
Yeah, we see it all the time.
Yeah, I'm looking for a sponsor because my job doesn't pay me enough. If a nigga, I keep saying nigga, I'm trying to refrain from saying the word nigga, but I'm from the hood, y'all. This is part of how I talk. But if a guy does that and says that, women are gonna look at him like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you can't take care of your own shit. Nah, I'm not donating shit. It's different if it's a health condition, but if it's I'm trying to get from here to there. No, I'm not tapping that cash app. Women are not tapping that cash app. But fellas, this is another thing. This is for you fellas. I need y'all to get y'all game up. Because if y'all don't get y'all game up, y'all gonna keep getting fooled. You better, the same energy that you give out, if you're not getting that in return, you got to check yourself. This is when you got to hold. This takes it back to the accountability aspect of everything that we're talking about. You got to hold yourself accountable. You see what you're giving out is not coming back in at all by any means, and you getting pissed off about it internally, but you letting the shit continue to keep happening. You got to look yourself in the mirror, and you got to see what's good. You got to see what's going on with you. Are these the right people that I'm fucking with? Because they don't fucking support me, but I support the fuck out of them though. Same with the ladies though, when it comes to the support factor as well. Are these people supporting me? Oh, but then I want to turn into a hater and say fuck the world and fuck everybody like them because of this and that. No, look yourself in the mirror, move the fuck on and go get some positive energy. Don't blame them for being who they are because they've shown you that. I can't blame another human being for being who they fucking are, especially if I keep giving them my time and my effort, my energy, my money, and they still keep fucking me over. I can't blame them.
You gotta blame yourself.
You have to blame yourself. And this has nothing to do with a fucking gender. This is a human principle. Y'all got me. I got the fucking.
A lot of people don't know how to hold themselves accountable for anything. You know what I mean?
Facts. Lame ass dudes always spoiling the chick. Shout out to Tree. That's my brethren right there. Facts. Lame ass dudes always spoiling a chick. That's why it's normal. Facts. And it's okay to spoil whoever the fuck you want to spoil. It's okay. But if you're spoiling this person continuously, buying all of this shit, flying out the trips, paying the tuition, paying bills for this person, and you're not getting that back. You're not getting anything back.
I call them niggas sucker for love ass niggas. Getting the bitch's hair done, getting the bitch's nails done.
Yeah.
But when it comes to ass, the bitch never give you none.
Yo, talk to these.
You tricking for nothing. You tricking for time. You tricking for talk. You look.
No.
Y'all niggas are crazy,
bro.
And that's why you get used because
exactly. And same thing with the ladies.
Hold yourself accountable.
You wonder, just because a dude is fucking your brains out and buying you nice meals here and there, is that good enough for him to continue to keep fucking over you? Is that good enough for you to continue to hold that nigga there and then kind of fuck you up to the point where now you start mimicking, because you know you are who you are around. You start mimicking people, especially people that you're giving your body to. So now you want to fuck yourself up, your internal goddess functions by saying, okay, let me go get that shit over here. And then let me go get that shit over here. I got this nigga on Tuesday. I got this nigga on Wednesday. Not understanding that you're devaluing yourself just because of some shit that you're going through at this very moment.
You know how many niggas' energy you got inside you right now?
Talk to these niggas, Capo.
Go have 5 niggas at the same time. You know how many energies and personalities you got in your body now?
Talk to these niggas, bro.
5, bitch. 5. 5. And I'm a look. You don't even know how to act right.
yo.
Just saying. It's a fact.
Yeah. And then another thing too is you get into this aspect of doing that, and you start dealing with the same fucking nigga. You dealing with multiple of the same niggas who are fucking you up, and you don't even know how that shit is trickling into what you call your psyche. You feel me? Your subconscious psyche. The shit that don't even come forward unless you go to sleep. The shit that drives you to think, and shit that controls your everyday essence. You are fucking with the same person, and when you fucking with the same person and multiple different niggas thinking that he tricking and that I'm getting it because I'm getting this buddy and all of this shit, you are slowly becoming a man hater, and you don't even know that until the end when you get the final fuck over, or you wake up when you 40 something years old and you by yourself, and niggas that are doing, and the good niggas that are doing well for themselves, that are single, even at that age, because there are many of those as well. You don't attract them. Why? Because they feel your energy, and they feel like they know that your essence is not right. Because the same niggas that fucked you over, that type of energy, you bring that to them niggas. And niggas that have their shit together spot that shit right away, especially when you start getting in your your mid 30s and your late 30s and up. You can smell that shit. So ladies, get it together when it comes to that. Fellas, y'all need to get that shit together too. Stop tricking.
Stop tricking. Buying them hoes some clothes. Coming around your partners with these hood rat ass hoes. And you supposed to be a player, but you're not. You a trick ass nigga.
Yeah, and shout out to my brethren Tree. Willow Ridge. Willow Ridge in the building. The Ridge is in the building. But with that being said, bipolar, mood swings. A lot of people wonder how that shit. A lot of people say that it's chemically imbalanced. Yes, but whose chemicals have imbalanced your chemicals that you have had naturally?
Right, because a lot of you women are just having sex with no rubber. You got just raw dick.
That's
a bunch of raw dicks in you.
Yo,
body snatcher ass motherfuckers. You know, look, stop playing.
Especially to y'all that's out here letting these niggas hit raw, and y'all don't even have a title. Y'all niggas don't even got a title. And shout out, a lot of the niggas that's out here in the streets, bro. A lot of niggas that's out here in the streets, bro. Yo. I'm lying to these women because I love women. You feel me? My mom is a woman. My sister is a woman. My auntie is a woman. I got female friends that I care about. You feel me? I got female supporters, etc. But fellas, stop lying to these women. Stop lying to these women.
You better off telling the truth.
Just be honest.
You're better off.
Because what's meant for you and that foundation that you're trying to build with this individual is going to pay off in the long run if you do have that honesty, perspective, and aspect put together. If they're being honest with you and you're being honest with them, because if y'all are not out here wearing fucking condoms, running it, you know how us niggas can be, especially when we young. I forgot the condom. I don't. Hey, trust me. And then a lot of females get gullible and be like, okay, yeah, I like him. He's handsome or he's fine as hell. And then they let a nigga hit. Female ladies. Ladies, make sure y'all have the dudes wrap it up. That's all. If you're not into them, it's okay. It's okay. We're all young. We all were young at one point, and some of us are more sexually acclimated, and that's how we move. At least wear the condom. Now, if you see potential and y'all been together and y'all are actually a relationship, a couple you trust, okay, the condom comes off, throw that shit in the trash. But if you just fucking, please, ladies, I'm telling y'all, please wrap it up. if you're not gonna be with this nigga. And fellas, vice versa.
Look, yeah, that's a fact. Men, no, let me talk to these guys real quick.
Talk to
You
them.
dirty dick ass niggas. Y'all the type of niggas don't even clean y'all nails. And y'all want to have the nerve to be like, oh, it feels better with that. We all know that. We all know it feels better without the condom. But still, you got to protect yourself too. You know how many diseases out here in the motherfucking world? You know how many bikes get shot up all the goddamn time and then oops, I'm pregnant.
Facts.
Cause you just trying to try to get some pussy. But you out here just you don't have dick control, nigga. That's what's wrong with you. No dick control at all. Y'all go in there just like, oh my gosh, oh, this shit is fire. This bitch ain't going nowhere because I'm gonna make a baby. A lot of you niggas have those mindset. That's how you keep a woman. Nah, you keep a woman with your mouthpiece. And how you lead. That's how you keep a woman. You get you make love to her mind.
It's a fact.
Not lie, but if you really into her, that's how you keep a woman. You don't keep a woman because you shot the club up, nigga.
Facts.
If that's the case, shit. I had 2 baby mamas. The fuck? What we doing here?
I said this last week. In order to get the box and to keep the box and to stimulate the box, you got to stimulate the mind. If you do not stimulate the mind, you're not going to stimulate the box. Please don't let that go over your head. That's all I am saying. I'm not gonna continue to go over this continuously, beat it with the drum, beat it like a drum. I'm not gonna do none of that. But just do that. Just do that. Stimulate the mind. Stimulate the mind. Fellas, stimulate the mind. Because women are not, they're not like us. They're not like us where it's so visual. A guy can be so visually caught in that once he jump in that 2-3 minutes, he'll be so fucking psyched up in his mind. He release. I'm done. It's different for a female. If you get in a woman's mind, especially during that point, bro, you might fuck around and change her life, and you might fuck around and change yours. But just make sure you wrap it up if you just fucking to get back to it. Anyways, Capo,
sir,
you had because I see ain't nobody hitting that link, but salute to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your peoples. Get us back in that algorithm. We back up in this thing every Sunday. But with that being said, you Joyce Myers, you had some words with Joyce. I see it in here. I'm about to post it, but I want you to talk to the people real quick before we play it.
Well, first of all, I want to say Isaac Tree Rollins. Go to get your Bars Up Media on YouTube. Yeah. All one word, and then you will see it. We live. Okay. Thanks. This is going to show how women don't really know what they want. To be honest, they say they think they know what they want, but do they really know what they want? Because to be honest, they choose. We can go holler if all we want to, but they choose.
Yes.
But I really don't think y'all really know what y'all want. Undecisive. So let's go ahead and play this motherfucking shit.
All right.
Because y'all look.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, make sure y'all hit that like button once again and share this thing. Share this thing. This is free game. Get your game up Sundays. We don't get his free game normally. Normally, we got to go through our whole consulting process with niggas. We're gonna talk about that 15 challenge as well. Once again, every week we're gonna do our update on that. But let's get it.
Oh shit, that's on me. Hold on.
Hey ladies, did you know that they have opened up a new store in New York City? Anybody heard about the new store in New York City? It's called the husband store. And you can go there and shop for a husband. There's 6 floors in this store. You can only visit each floor one time, though. And each floor you go up, the value increases. You may choose any item from any particular floor, but you can go up a floor, but you cannot go back down. So there was a woman who went to the husband store to find herself a husband. On the first floor, the sign on the door read, "These men have jobs." That sounded good. These men have jobs. Floor 2 says, "These men have jobs and love kids." Floor number 3 said, "These men have jobs, love kids, and are extremely good looking." Wow, she thought, this is sounding pretty good, but I'm compelled to go on to the next floor. Well, she does go to the 4th floor, and the sign reads, "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead good looking, and they help with the housework." "Oh, mercy me," she said, "I can hardly stand it." Still, she said, "I've got to go on." She went to the 5th floor. "These men have jobs, love kids, are drop dead gorgeous, help with the housework, and have a very strong romantic streak." But she couldn't stand it. She decided she had to just find out what was on floor number 6. Floor number 6 said, "You are visitor 31,456. To this floor, there are no men on this floor. This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please."
Bars.
Hopefully you guys listen to that whole clip, because listen, there's some truth, right? The husband store. Women are impossible to please. They can't even.
It's not. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. There was one more piece that was. Hold on. I got you.
Shout out to while Capo's getting that together. Shout out to the Queen Blue. What's happening? Dream of reality. Make sure y'all subscribe.
What's good? I was trying to catch y'all when y'all was on y'all last topic before y'all started switching it over. You know,
I was waiting. I had the link in the chat forever. Like somebody wanted to come. We can get back to that while Capo finding this thing. Talk your ish, Blue.
Hey, but I've seen that clip before too. That shit's all facts. Like, it's not. I'm not gonna say I don't like to categorize people as a whole, you know, but there are plenty out there who want everything to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you get what you want, but you know, and I want what you get. That's like a perfect example. You wanted more and more and more and more and more. And by the time you got to the top and you got what you want, you ain't going, it's nothing there for you. You know what I'm saying?
Satisfied, yeah.
Is it
Go
true?
ahead and run this last part of the clip because that
Blue, we're gonna let you get your bars off. We're gonna play this last little clip. Get your bars off. All right, let's get it.
This floor exists solely as proof that women are impossible to please. However, to avoid gender bias, the owner thought he best put a new wives store across the street. So once again, there were 6 floors and same rules. You can only visit one floor one time. Floor number 1, man went in. This floor has wives that love sex. Floor number 2.
Oh shit! Why I do that? My bad.
What, she was about to get in her bag. She's about to talk to. Hey, she's about to talk to the fellas. I felt it coming, bro. I've never seen that clip.
That was fact. She got to talk to herself.
Oh, that was my bad.
Yeah, she's about to talk to nigga souls. She's about to talk to me, bro. Capo was like, "Fuck that! No, this is for the ladies. Fuck
Capo
that."
didn't want to hear the truth though. Yeah, he didn't want to hear the truth though.
Clicked off that shit quick, like, nah. We get on the ladies.
Females, but it's hard for them to get the reality check themselves, and vice versa. Accountability is the word.
I'm back. My bad.
All right. We back. Hey, without further ado, we back into thing.
My bad.
Here we go. Hey, fellas, y'all know it's equal opportunity, so y'all get this work too. We're not just talking to the ladies about the shit that they should be getting together, fellas. We got to get our shit right too. Let's get it.
That's a fact.
Across the street. So once again, there were 6 floors and same rules. You can only visit one floor one time. Floor number 1, man went in. This floor has wives that love sex. Floor number 2. This floor has wives that love sex and they have money. Floors 3 through 6 have never been visited.
Why? We ain't going no more floor. We there. What do you think she was saying, Capo?
That we're simple. We're simple. Look, we don't gotta go no more floors.
Yeah, we good on the second floor. We straight. We love everything we got here. Fuck that other shit. Blue, talk to us, Queen. What's on your mind?
Nothing. Y'all had talked on so many different topics that I was in the chat. I was keeping myself back from just like over chatting in the comments because I could talk for days about this accountability situation. Yeah. And I mean, while it's a fact, I think both parties, like both men and women, have problems with accountability.
Yes.
That's probably the biggest problem in relationships. It's not just about sex. It's not just about money or finance and stuff like that. People don't like to own up to their flaws. People don't like other people to point out their flaws. But when you're able to take self-accountability for your part in it, I mean, like, okay. So you know how when you arguing with a female, right? When female catches you, say she caught you cheating, right? Just like y'all was saying, you know, she knows that you're cheating over and over and over again. She throwing it in your face. You steady trying to put up an excuse for why it happened. You're not taking accountability. You being the man is not taking accountability. But at the same time, that female has to take a self-accountability for the actions that she allows this person to partake in. What is it about you? Because that's my firm belief. When a relationship for me ends, I have to take this time to reflect. Yes, it may have ended because of the other party, but what part did I play in the relationship to allow such behaviors that you don't want? So, and a lot of times that's a hard pill to swallow for yourself. And I think people need to do stuff like that more. And females don't like really doing it because it's easier to put off the blame. And men do it too. You know, it's easier to put the blame on somebody else, especially when they're wrong out front, like upright. They're upright front. I caught you cheating, so it's your fault. The relationship broke. You put your hands on me, so it's your fault that the relationship ended. But people do need to take accountability and realize what part did they play in allowing those behaviors.
Yeah. I feel like accountability is definitely is one of the cornerstones, one of the main cornerstones, like you said. And I feel like I agree with everything you just said pretty much, because you have to, we talk about accountability from the first person that keeps fucking up, right? From that perspective, the person keeps fucking up. You got to hold yourself accountable. But the person on the opposite side of that, that's the one that's getting fucked over, has to hold accountability for themselves in this situation, because you're allowing yourself to continue to maintain this bullshit when you have a choice not to.
Right.
And I feel you on that.
Yeah.
So would you say that accountability it's a 50-50 thing in a relationship?
It's 100% thing for the relationship. Everybody has 100.
Right.
Everybody
It
got 100. It's
really
not
has
50
to be
50.
100%. Both parties have to be not sympathetic but empathetic to the situations and stuff. You have to own up to where you went wrong at, but you also have to own up to what part you played in that wrong happening. And that's not to say that you're just trying to put the blame solely on somebody else, but even just like something as small and stupid as, oh, you let yourself go and he found a bitch who looked better than you, and he cheated, and even though for him it was just a sex thing, for you it was an emotional tie. But you also got accustomed to a lifestyle, got accustomed to behavior, accustomed to certain patterns, and you got comfortable and complacent in the situation too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not saying that it's the woman's fault that a man cheats, or vice versa. It's not a man's fault if a woman cheats, but when we get complacent, we lack accountability, we lack the empathy or trying to see where somebody else is coming from. It's all detrimental to a relationship. So it has to be 100% in all aspects, communication and everything, so on and so forth, just to make a relationship work. It's not.
So Blue, do you believe that it should be do you believe that it should be more verbal than physical?
What, a
Or
relationship?
in a relate it should start verbally before it gets to that physical point, meaning
Yeah.
that if a guy, like as an example, if I gave this example earlier, a chick was doing this other crazy ass shit, but what she did was she just pulled my dick out and started going fucking crazy on me, put it down, had me like, ah, shit, opposed to just actually talking to me about it and being like, yo, this is what it is, this is my bad, da 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 da.
Yeah,
And how do we move forward?
That's a band-aid.
Yes.
And people tend to use sex as a band-aid over the situation. But it's just like a baby who's crying, You take the toy, they start crying and screaming. By the time they get done crying, they still don't have the toy. It still doesn't, fix the problem. It's just another band-aid. It's just pouring a little bit into your cup until it gets full. And then that's when you have those, that breakup of all breakups, the fight of all fights, where everything goes out and you start throwing in things that they did from 6-7 months ago that y'all was covering it up by sex. Yeah. Sex is in a disagreement is just a band-aid.
We got hey, you got a tag team member up in this thing. Queen Mo Fire.
Queen in the building. Salute, Queen.
Salute, Queen.
How y'all doing? I might have to switch headphones. Have a bit of echo. Can y'all hear?
It's low.
It's pretty low. It's pretty low.
All right.
Yeah.
Come back, okay?
Definitely. Yeah. Make sure you do. I want to get your perspective. Definitely want to get your perspective. But yeah, this is communication is always key, and it's as simple as that sounds. What are some reasons why you believe, like for both of you, Capo and for Blue, like what makes communication hard in a relationship?
Hurting the other person's feelings because they don't have the understanding. You know what I mean? They don't have the empathy. They don't. Some people, when you deliver, like I deliver my what's the word called? My when I give the person my fuck. You know what? I'm over this shit.
It's so good.
What makes the communication hard? I think the hardest part of it is when you're having a back and forth, you have to also look at yourself.
Yes.
And I think that's what makes communication hard, because you know what's in your mind, but you don't know what's in that other person's mind, but you're communicating, you're talking, you're having a back and forth. And sometimes you may not like when that person is calling you out, So it's the look back at you. I think it's the looking back at yourself that's hard in communicating in relationships. And I'm talking about more deeper than just, I want to have sex tonight or what we don't eat. When you guys are having real deep, in-depth conversations. In those conversations or those arguments or those fights or whatever, you do also have a moment where the other party says something to you and you got to check yourself, or it's a, you know, it's a nerve, it's a trigger. People get triggered because it applies. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes communication hard. Because that's usually when a person, when they get triggered, usually when they don't want to fight no more. They don't want to talk no more. You know, they say, you know, it's getting checked. It's getting checked.
Right. So let me say, I'm gonna go and redo my thing. So, for example, you know, I know how to communicate, right? Um, and I know how to communicate my boundaries. I know how to communicate, but that other person might not know how to communicate.
Yeah.
Example: I met a girl. I told her I'm not in a position to be a in a relationship. I want to work on self.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving you the option. We can still chill, hang out, do things like that. If we have sex, it happens. But no, I'm not going to entertain a relationship. Now, if that's what you want, that's not me, right? So if
Yes.
I communicate those things, I communicate my boundaries.
Yes.
I had a girl just didn't give a fuck about my boundaries. She wanted to have a relationship. I'm not with that though. So you can't hold me to a relationship standard when I'm not in that mode.
Now, Capo.
Let's go.
Well,
Let's go.
I agree. Why I agree that you did the right thing by being upfront and honest about how you feel. And she clearly heard what you said, but felt a whole different way and said she's going to do this. You have to take accountability of the fact
I
that you
did.
used to fuck with her, even though you told her what you didn't want. And she
Right.
clearly says she wants something opposite and clearly didn't give a fuck about your feelings.
No. What happened was
You are lacking accountability
she
because you
said it
still
was cool. No, hold on. She said it was cool. That was cool.
So
But
what
then,
had
as
happened
far
was,
as the relationship, as far as once we started, you know, hanging out and things like that, then she wanted to do these things that are really involved in a relationship.
but you
Once
still
I
continue.
saw that, once I saw that, I left. I said, "I'm not doing that. I already warned you. We're not. I'm not doing that." So I did take accountability.
Tree, I got you. Yo, so
I
we
left that
had,
motherfucker quick, fast, and a motherfucker hurry. I
so
tell you that. Go ahead.
so what had happened was every time I
Wow.
hear that, you laugh. What
And
had
you know
happened?
what? And I took accountability because I shouldn't have stuck my dick in her.
That's a fact. That's a
That's
fact.
what I'm saying.
Uh, so we have Queen Mo5 back in the building. Queen, you got your mic and stuff together. Oh, she's probably still giving. She's probably still getting it together.
She on mute. She on mute. Go ahead.
So I think that when you are in a relationship as well, I believe that you have to be, you have to remain humble.
Hey,
And I feel like we lose that shit, especially as men, especially if you
I
want
hear
to
you, Queen.
an alpha man. Oh, we back, you back.
no, I
Especially
put his phone number in the back because I wanted to delete it out of the main chat, so I put
oh,
his phone number in the back chat. That's
thank you. Thank you for that. Tree, I got you. I got you. I didn't know you put it in the main chat, but yeah. Thank you, Queen. Go have all these.
I tried to catch it real quick. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You got all go have all of these people calling you, Tree, like, who the fuck is you, nigga? Da, 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 da. Prank calling you about accountability. Hopefully, they prank call you. Prank call you about accountability.
You gotta take accountability for putting your number in the chat.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Excuse me, how can we get in touch with that beautiful lady named Blue on the?" I'm like, wait a minute.
Thanks.
That's not how we do things around here.
But what I want to say real quick is, yeah, men, especially men who are taken. I know, like, men, we don't go off of the hypergamy scale. We definitely do not. Well, most men don't, especially men who take care of themselves, pay their own bills, do all of that. Like, we go out and get it, we hunt and all of that. When we do get in relationships, just remember that that it takes two, and that you have to be able to listen to your partner, even if you are the one that's paying all the bills, etc. Holding your partner down, you still have to listen and be humble. Make sure you understand your partner to the point where you know how to talk to your partner and how you know how to relate to your partner. Well, and I want to say this vice versa. Ladies, if you are in these type of relationships and you want your man to listen, you got to make sure at the beginning when you set them lines, them boundaries, you got to make sure your man knows how to love you and knows how to talk to you. Vice versa. But anyways, Queen Mo Fire, what is your
Oh, so that first statement, because I didn't know if you was talking about a male or a woman, because you said your partner. So you was talking about a male in that first sentence. If the male is holding down the household responsibility.
yeah, like the alpha, like the men who it's a lot of men that are considered alpha, and then they're I'm paying the bill, so anything goes and all of that. What I say goes and all of that shit. Like you can say all of that shit, but in reality, the person that you're holding down, that you're so in love with, but yet you're calling yourself alpha and all of this shit, you still got to listen to them. And if this is a relationship, it has to come from both. Like both parties got to respect each other equally. There can't be like I can't just because I pay all the bills doesn't mean that I can just dominate you. But that's just my opinion. But anyways, Queen, talk your ish.
I share that. I don't know of any situations that one party anymore. You know what I mean? Anymore that one party is paying all the bills at this point anyway. And even if that person is paying the bills, so to speak. I had this conversation with somebody, a couple of friends earlier today, and we were actually talking about that. It doesn't matter whether how ill I feel or whatever the situation is. My husband is not coming home to something that's he's going to eat. So that's a little crazy and I'm still paying whatever I need to pay, and sometimes a little more than half the time it's a little more than what I need to take care of.
Yeah.
So that's not no. And I'm lucky on one of his days off of if he fixing the meal. So that's not how things go. But you also have to consider my age too. You know what I mean? So you when y'all are having these conversations, you have to think about the age brackets of people. This is an all-encompassing office. Conversation. You're talking to people that's, what I'm saying,
Younger
in
than us.
their
Universal.
early,
Universal.
That's why we're trying to get that game up, though.
Thanks.
You know what I mean?
It's
Because as men, we're not. I mean, these young kids, they don't really have men in their life to get the game, get to know how to treat a woman, how to live life as a man. You know what I mean? They're raised by their mothers, and there's nothing wrong with that. But they're taking on the women cannot teach boys how to be men.
okay.
They
And
can guide them to be an adult, but as far as a man, they can't do it.
that's true. But when I was sitting down in the chat, I sat there and I watched you, Capo, sit down there, and it was so funny how smug you were. You was just like, well, males weren't brought up with all this emotion, and then, if you're gonna cheat, then just leave me. And you sat back on your couch. You was all smug, sir. Y'all can just leave females too before you cheat.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It
No, I
goes
know. I
both
understand
ways.
that. No,
I'm just saying
I understand
everything.
that.
Everything is, we're at the age where we are witnessing the rise of effeminate males, and it goes back to what you are saying right now. They don't have males in the house to raise them.
How would I leave the woman if she's cheating and I don't know about it until I find out about it?
I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
But I'm saying that's the same thing that I listened to Blue a few minutes ago, right? And she says that she has to take a step back, throughout these relationships. And Blue, you have to correct me if I'm wrong too, because I was changing devices and I'm moving around. I was actually modding two things, so I have to move around a little bit back here. So I was like, okay, I heard what she said, and that's true too. It's a lot of self, you know what I'm saying, evaluation. It's not about me evaluating what he did, because of course everything in hindsight is 2020. But sometimes it's not always what we did as women, because we could be sitting there present the whole time, and I'm giving him everything he. I'm not just talking about my situation. I'm talking about females in general. Women, not females, but women in general. We can be sitting there giving them everything they need, everything, and then women can just be sitting there getting the bad end of the stick because he's coming home at the same time every day. He's doing this, you know what I'm saying? And we're just providing, because it's not always the male that's providing. We are equally providing each other with what we need. So we think. Just like Capo said, if he doesn't know, how is he supposed to XYZ? Well, if we don't know, how are we supposed to XYZ? It always begins with communication. Well, Capo said earlier, he's not taught to communicate.
No, I said we're not taught as to have feelings. We're not built that way.
Well, see,
I can communicate very well. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what I mean.
That's up to the person that I'm communicating with if they're able to do the same.
And then at that point too, you have to have the correct person. You have to catch the vibe with the person. Two people can communicate well. That doesn't mean that the two people can communicate well and effectively together.
Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Right.
So I mean, you have to, you know what I mean, you have to see eye to eye, and that I'm talking about farther than friendship. Farther than friendship, it goes way deeper than that.
Foundation. Yeah, there's definitely a foundation that has to be had in a relationship, for the relationship to have a longevity. And you're right. That's basically what I said. Sometimes you do have to take a step back, but it's not necessarily taking a step back, and evaluating that person's wrongs. It's the behavior. Like if I'm feeding you every day, I'm cooking for you, the sex is good and all that, but they still coming home late and all that stuff. If you keep allowing that to happen, you are still enabling that behavior, which is something that you have to reflect on and take accountability for, because you may have done everything right and that person did you dirty. You still allowed specific behaviors that was not favorable to you to happen until that point that you got fed up and you walked away.
Yeah,
because at that time you gotta really, as a woman, you gotta think like, okay, maybe I have been wearing this a little too long, or maybe I need to switch my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Right. You have to, as a woman, it's a whole bunch of factors that we have to think about.
That's the comfortability part. When you get comfortable in a relationship, people get used to the treatment. That guy who's paying for the flights and that girl to go travel and do all that other stuff on a regular basis, she's going to get used to that and she's going to expect you to maintain that. Men do the same thing. Men meet you, they if you're going to be cooking every day for their first dating and stuff, you giving them sex 3 times a week and all this other stuff, they're going to start to expect that.
but a lot of times, relationship starts with all the good shit. Oh, I'm gonna put out my best foot forward.
Right.
And then once I get in a relationship, a lot of that shit stops. A lot of that shit kind of like.
I say it's a vice versa thing. It's a two-way thing. Men do it and women do it too.
Yes.
I think that's fugazi. I think that's
okay.
Fugazi.
Explain yourself first.
Let me address something real quick, and y'all can go back to this. See, I don't know what y'all usually do, but I'm gonna go ahead and queen mode the fuck out real quick. See, TT, I don't know if this is a joke or not, and y'all can stop me if I'm about to spaz up. But I don't know what kind of women that you're around. This is grown adult conversation. So yeah.
TT, this is get your game up. This is not this is not battle rap, talk our shit. This is a respected platform, and it's the same platform for men and for women. So please,
I'm about to smoke your motherfucking boots, nigga.
We're not disrespecting no ladies. We're not disrespecting no men. This is an honest conversation.
This is what you need this conversation. Just off that comment right there.
To let you know.
And see, that's why I deleted the comment from before. I didn't time the person out because I didn't know. I just removed the comment before because I didn't know that the comment was if they were coming at Blue disrespectfully or not. So I just removed the comment.
That troll account follows me on occasion.
But
I do believe there's a time and a place.
Exactly. I believe that it is
and
a
this
joke.
ain't the time nor the place.
Exactly. I believe that it is
That's
a
why I
joke.
wasn't paying attention to it.
It's my first time seeing a comment from TT, and usually they come in for battle rap and talk battle rap-ish. But nah, this is real life. We're not disrespecting no women. We're not telling women to twerk. We're not doing that. We're giving real game out to the people, and we're giving it from multiple perspectives. So
how's twerking gonna help your relationship, nigga? It's not.
It's gonna help his penis falls off if he donates you know what I'm saying, $5 to the wrong twerker, bitch. That's what the fuck is gonna do.
I didn't even see. He commented before.
I don't know.
No, it was the comment before that. See, I had to go ahead and just remove the comment before because I didn't. Blue was talking, and then somebody. You know, we're not gonna do that with no women. I don't give a damn who the woman is. We're not gonna.
You know, I realize like you can't take comments super duper seriously. You know, it's a time and place.
We're not gonna super duper disrespect no woman on my watch though.
That's the thing. But if I want to twerk, I'm gonna get up and twerk. If I don't want to twerk, I'm not gonna get up and twerk. If I don't feel like being cammed up, I'm not about to be cammed up. It is what it is.
I never cam up. This what the fuck you gonna get till I feel like changing this goddamn picture. How about that?
I cam up on occasion, but I was
This is not the twerking hour. This is not the
right.
twerking
It's not twerking hour. It's 6:30, whatever time it is.
Twerking don't move me though.
Twerking don't start till
I don't care about none of that shit. That twerking don't. Does that mean anything? It don't. Does it mean that she got good pussy? No. The fuck out of here. What's wrong with you?
Anyway.
You the same nigga you probably the same nigga that loved Lady J's titties when she
I wouldn't go give it no attention right now.
You know what I mean? Stop playing.
Let's get back to it.
Let's get back to it, man.
Accountability. So men can take account for the behaviors that they enable. A lot of times it's easy for us to sit here and complain about women and what they're not doing no more that they used to do. But what did the men do that they don't do? If you meet me and you taking me out to restaurants, the tab $150, $200, $300, and you doing that on a regular basis because you trying to get in my drawers, or you want to take me on a trip and all that other stuff, you got to be able to maintain that lifestyle. But that's why I believe in communicating before sex. Like the best relationships that I had were not built off of the foundation of sex and dates and stuff. It was phone calls, it was text messages, it was conversations for months. You know, me and Jules talked for months before even going there. We probably have one of the better relationships I've ever had. You know what I'm saying? Just because the conversation was there. If that was not the foundation and all the extra stuff, what didn't play a part. So it's not nothing that is required. But go ahead.
That is the not to cut you off, Queen. Blue, should I say? That is why I say that is fugazi. It's not real. If I'm going all out to do whatever, and then once we get together and I know that I got you, which a lot of people do this, I go back to just being the actual me and not doing shit. To me, that's fugazi. That's not real at all. That's building that foundation with whoever you're trying to start and connect with. You're building that foundation off of a lie, because this is not who you are.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. So y'all mentioned something about bipolar when you guys were having a conversation, but that's probably when I cut in and out and I was trying to miss it. I mean, I was missing it. Can you guys go back into what part did the bipolar have to play, or mental health or whatever in it?
Capo, can you elaborate on that?
About bipolar?
Yeah, you guys were mentioning something about being bipolar.
No, somebody in the comments put that. That was in the comments.
Let me scroll up and see if I can see. Because there's nothing wrong with being bipolar, but I think like me, myself, being bipolar taught me a lot. But I did a lot of therapy. I believe in therapy. And that's probably why I have a different, I consider myself to be an anomaly in a lot of incidences, because I believe in self-accountability. That was the first thing that my therapist taught me about. You can't keep passing the blame on others. You have to look at yourself. Otherwise, these things that you got against you are going to be stereotypes and stigmas against, as opposed to understanding what it is and owning up and not making it your excuse to get a pass. And I think it was a good lesson that I learned because it falls back into relationships. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, a lot of people don't do therapy. You know what I mean? They just out here wilding. You see what I'm saying? Especially if they have bipolar, if they're bipolar. So if you have these mental health issues, you have anxiety, PTSD, depression, you should look for a therapist.
Yeah, time you out, sir.
To work on yourself.
Yo, so Blue, to get back into what you were saying, I'm sorry, I'm eating sushi and talking at the same time. Bad. So when it comes to with the bipolar, what I elaborated, because it was in the chat, but what I elaborated on was when you out here, if you out here fucking a whole bunch of different niggas with no protection, and then you were developing a chemical imbalancement within yourself, it can draw a woman to go fucking crazy. And that's what I was saying.
The energy.
Yeah, the multiple different energies. You got all of these men. Say that again?
No, I'm agreeing when you say it like that. That makes a lot of sense because that's how people get with the extra baggage. You know, They get the baggage in a relationship. And I can see that. Like when you're putting it like that, that make a lot of sense because you're in one relationship and whatever crazy happens in that relationship, whatever, you take that on or a piece of that on to the next relationship and say, I don't want this to happen in my relationship. And you're always having your little spidey senses out looking for that one thing that triggered you, and so on and so forth from the next relationship to where you're just like all over the place. I can see that.
Yeah. Appreciate that, Miz. I see you on your shit in the chat. Thank you. Thank you.
Hold it down in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, appreciate that, Miz.
You know, them hip shots is something you got to deal with.
For 300 seconds, nigga. Like, what we talking about?
702 said you want to argue.
Hey,
I can't argue with you.
I can't argue with you. Next time you out of here. Next time you out of here. Next time you out of here, brother.
We ain't doing it extra, man. Come on, man. We talking about real shit.
See, this is why we're here.
But
right?
We here to grow.
This is why we're here.
We're here to grow.
For niggas like this that be in the chat and don't know how to take shit serious. Life is serious.
I love
this. This is not BA. I mean, this is not battle rap. You know what I mean? This is not battle rap
I do want to
talk your shit, Queen.
I do want to mention this one thing, and I do always say this when I ever talk about relationships, and people don't seem to take this seriously. Really, when you lead with your money as a man, what do you think you're gonna get? Really, when you're out here setting these traps, what do you think you're gonna get? It's the same thing as a woman always leading with her body and not her mind. You know what I mean? Like every now and then you gotta throw out a little something. You know what I mean? Like what do you think you're gonna get in return? It's like you have nothing else to offer.
Talk your shit. That's a fact.
Absolutely right. Energy. You can't be on IG presenting yourself as a thirst trap, 24/7, thinking you're gonna get a guy who's gonna respect your mind. It's not gonna happen.
Because when you do decide that you want to voice your opinion, the first thing they're gonna do is shut you down.
Right. And the guy who is sitting there flashing his money, got the fresh all the J's, the fresh gear, all that stuff, is not gonna hold up when the person say, hey, I want to go to whatever restaurant and your treat. I think people need to start being honest about where they at in life, and you definitely can't you can't have a Benz or a Tesla and pull it up into an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment in the hood.
And this is what I wanted to talk about next week. Next Sunday, I wanted to talk about stop. I'm gonna say it. Stop the cap. That's the best way to say it. Stop the cap. Just be yourself. Just be. It's one thing when you out here fucking, when you just out here fucking whatever. But if you actually are feeling a person that has the potential, male or female, you feeling a person they dope, they treating you good, and all of this other shit, and you just like, yo, I can see something working, and you still go out there and lie to them, yo.
We got that. We got all that white noise. And it's kind of drowning
That's
you
me.
out a little.
It's the helicopter. It's flying over the house. I'm gonna get down because it's like something's happened over
Oh,
here.
it's something else. Yeah, it's something else. It's some white noise. Is that?
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
not like
helicopter.
I think it might be
It might be
blue.
me. I'm gonna get down anyway because I'm about to go feed 7. Anyway, so
Okay.
thanks for having me up.
Blue, shout out your channel before you burn out.
Yeah, make sure you go subscribe to The Dream or Reality, all in one word. We talk everything, court cases. We gonna do some relationship talk. Sometimes we be about the fuck shit and the bullshit, and a little bit of battle rap in there too. But it's everything channel, and everybody needs to pull up and subscribe.
Facts.
Wow.
Thank you for coming up, Blue. Take it easy,
Thank
Queen.
you. All right.
Sure.
Salute to Blue. Oh yeah, that was her.
Yeah.
That was loud.
It was Blue. Hey, make sure if anybody has Blue's information, make sure y'all put it in the chat. The link to get to her channel. Dope content, and the channel is growing. And if you want to be well versed on multiple different aspects of life or what's going on in general, go to the Dream or Reality. Make sure y'all subscribe. But yeah, Capo, yeah, niggas need to stop lying. Women need to stop lying too. We just need to be honest. Be honest. I guarantee you, people might not fuck.
Nobody wants to be honest. Nobody wants to be honest, bro.
This is and honesty like provides what they call respect. And just because somebody doesn't fuck with you doesn't mean that they don't respect you. You feel me? And that's one of the main things in life that I believe that a bunch of people get twisted because they care what other people think. If you just be yourself and be honest, you can get that respect from whoever, from everybody that comes across your path, because the respect is way greater than all this other bullshit that's non-realistic and that's fugazi. Thank you, Queen. She put it in the chat. Make sure y'all click that link and subscribe. But Queen, if you're still there, I wanted to get your last opinion on accountability in general, something that you would like the people to know about accountability in your words and in your light.
I think this whole accountability thing, how I've dealt with this, I guess being married, me personally, is that I went into this whole marriage thing. I've always been able to put the shoe on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? Even arguments with friends in like middle school, high school, the whole thing. I don't handle my shit outside. You know what I'm saying? I handle my shit inside first. You know what I'm saying? So I always have to put the shoe on the other foot. So if he said this is how this is how the shit went down, I was like, I was there too, right? You know what I mean? But I also have to, you know what I'm saying? I have to put my shit on the other foot. Like, this is how I felt, but how did I make him feel? You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, so just because he was, just because he's a male doesn't mean he doesn't have feelings. He just expresses his shit in a different way. As long as it doesn't get a little overboard on either one of our behalf, you know what I'm saying? Because he is, you know what I'm saying, male and female, we just express it a little bit differently. As long as no doors get slammed around here on either behalf, it should be able to be talked about. If it doesn't and it blows over, that's the part that it gets a little scary, because if it goes on a month or two and multiple arguments, especially when it gets to like the small stuff and we still not talking about stuff, that's how you know it's a problem and stuff is starting to get everything doesn't need to be talked about, ladies. God damn. You don't need to sit up here and talk about every goddamn thing and express everything. That's a fucking problem that we have as females. Let that shit go. That shit is annoying. I'm just saying, just being a married woman, don't do that shit. You are accountable too. You don't have to just thrust that shit on men all the time. Accept your shit too.
Facts.
I'm just saying, just put the shoe on the other foot sometimes. We are not always right. And neither are y'all. Neither are y'all.
That's true.
Because y'all do some insensitive shit. Y'all really have to realize that, you know what I'm saying, females, we have some emotions out here.
We're petty. We're petty as shit.
Petty as
Yes,
fuck.
yes, you are.
Especially when they don't listen. Oh, you don't want to listen? Okay, bet.
Yes.
I'm gonna make you care.
Yeah,
Yeah. And y'all hit where it hurts too. You know what I mean? Y'all hit y'all hit where it hurts.
See,
I mean,
he knows,
we only hit where it hurts when we have to keep on.
we get our feelings hurt in general.
When we keep on have to go through the same shit over and over and over again, it's like it's repetitive, and it's like you're not putting in the good work for our relationship. It's always the negative, toxic shit that you want to try to build our relationship with, and that's not going to work. That drives people away.
Yes.
I was to say super petty. Are you? No,
I'm petty.
No,
super petty as well. I'm not gonna front. I'm petty as shit. I gotta check myself a lot to make sure I don't go overboard or go crazy.
That's a fact.
He'll get me with the petty shit, like, because he'll be like, "Well, didn't you mean something?" I'm like, nah, my thing is, all you have to do is just come and ask me, and because most of the time I'll say some shit, and I'll be like, I won't even talking to you when I say that though. I have my headphones in, like right now, my headphones in, and I'm in here talking on a live, and he'll be like, "Oh, I thought you ended that live when you ended like the 050 shit." I'm like, "Nah, I just switched over to this live." You know what I mean? So he'll walk back in the house and be like, "Oh, I heard you in there talking about some damn BA and CAPO and 702. Like I heard two of those names before, but I'm saying who the fuck?" So he might rush in here and just start laughing and be like, "Yeah, okay."
Exactly. I'm the same nigga. I'm the same guy. I'm the same guy. I get like that too.
No, but now he's to the point where he'll just walk around the bed. He'll see. You know what I mean? He'll see now that now he sees the same faces all the time. Yeah, he sees y'all because I'll just what I'm saying, I'll be watching a live. I don't always comment, but I'll come through and hit the like button or whatever, and I'll just he'll see the shit, but he's never seen a 702. So he's like, "Who the fuck is a 702?" He's in there, got what I mean? He'll do some shit that, but God, that's when the petty shit comes in.
Right. Just tell him it's a chat nigga. He a chat nigga. He be in the chat.
Exactly.
But accountability, that shit goes both ways for real. But that is why I wanted to tap in before. You mentioned a story earlier about the female. I hate so those. Look at the comment. Look.
Hold up. Who the fuck is that?
Look, Miz, I'm dying. Help me with 702 down there. You gotta hold it down there. You mentioned the shit about the female. Sure, with the story on Blues Channel, right? You mentioned that the male could have just told her. Yes, he could have just simply told her, and that whole situation could have been wiped out. But instead, he still wanted to sleep with a young lady. He hurt her feelings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where she went wrong was, and this is where 98% of this dumb shit happens. Instead of her just going in her room and crying about it, crying into her pillow, she wants to go and get some physical harm done on this man, and she wants to have some blocks spent and everything. Why did you do that?
That's crazy.
So now we got charges, we got death, we have, what I'm saying, jail pending sentences and courts, people all in the business, them folks all in the bit. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? And she knew exactly what she was doing. So she thought she was getting revenge. Now you ended up with dead folks on your side.
Exactly.
And now his people don't have him on his side. What are you doing? Females need to stop doing this right here.
And where he fucked up is he told her he loved her.
Yeah.
That
was the words that triggered all that.
Talking about
Capo. She had to be. We talking about accountability, bro.
No, I understand
She had
that.
to be accountable for her emotions. Stop your bullshit. No, the girl was wrong.
Agree. No, I agree. I'm not saying she's not wrong, but he's also wrong too. by even lying to her and saying he loved her.
They both was wrong.
Exactly.
Both was
But
wrong.
see, she couldn't have been wrong unless he should have been accountable and been like, listen, it's plenty of other females I could stick my penis in and they gonna let me.
She was
they gonna let me.
So Queen, she was already out of pocket because she was already married.
So I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Married.
What is she doing?
She was married. Yeah, she was out of pocket. She shouldn't even went over and ventured into this whole other situation, a whole nother nigga.
And they get mad because the nigga just want to fuck. You got a whole husband, and you go get the motherfucker.
But that doesn't take.
This is what Lord
doesn't take away from him. Still, like, because they were going back and forth talking about marriage and all of that. Like he shouldn't even been. But both of them need to hold accountability to the fullest. That's what I'm gonna say. Both.
I didn't hear the part about.
She's even worse. She's even worse. She's the one that started this shit.
He don't even know about this other relationship either that she married. He doesn't even know this. But he
was just her little yeah. Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It ain't funny because it's deaf and everything. But I'm just saying.
You get your beat up. I wonder what you're gonna do if your husband cheated on you or hurt you.
She would have been one of those people in a diaper driving cross country.
How are you married, but you get mad at your side boo
for fucking
because he didn't want you?
Yeah, Capo.
You didn't want your husband.
So Capo, the original is I guess she must have found something in his phone that he was fucking with other chicks. So what pissed her off originally was he was just like, well, I guess we're not going to be together. Well, I don't get like he just all of a sudden was like, man, well, I don't got to fuck with you. I'm good. Go do your thing or whatnot. And then he started comparing the chick that he was fucking with that she just found out about in his phone and all of that situation. He started comparing that to old girl, and that pissed her off. And that's when she went in her wormhole to call her brothers and his friends to come over there, and somebody ended up getting bodied.
That bitch is crazy. And that bitch need to go to jail.
He says, so is he really wrong? Yeah.
Yes, he does.
They both wrong. But
look, they're both lies. They all started off on the wrong foot with lies.
That foundation that we were talking about earlier, this is a prime example because he just missed off. He just fucked off a couple $1 million because the draft or whatever was like. I believe the story was like a couple of weeks later. Or the next following month, he was going to get drafted.
Hey, he's going to get.
So that's why he wanted the physical harm to come to him, so he couldn't do what he had.
Yeah, fact. Exactly.
Young ladies
if she couldn't get the money, nobody else could get the money. Not even him.
Even though she married to a whole nother nigga.
Well, she threw her own dignity out the window. What else was it left? Let me shut up because I don't understand these young ladies.
These are for the streets. She's for the streets. And
notice I never asked her age. I didn't ask her age because it doesn't matter. Even if she's my age, her mentality is still young.
Yes.
So 702, he played in the NFL. He did play in the NFL. He hurt himself. So when he hurt himself, got himself back into shape because the dude was only like 23 years old. Dude young. So when he got himself back right, he was going to the Canadian Football League where they were going to drop another bag on him in the Canadian Football League. And he fucked that off, which probably could have got him back in the NFL if he would have did his thing right. So it is what it is. It is what it is. She wasn't having that shit, nigga. You not about to be over here doing this, but why the fuck is you over here dealing with me and you got a whole nother man?
So when did he find out about the husband?
After everything happened, after like the shot and they went to court, he still didn't know. Exactly.
Why are y'all messing with these women and y'all don't know their backgrounds? It's coochie that it's not.
She lied.
Too many females out here. What are y'all
lied,
doing?
though. She lied. That's not his fault if she lied.
Let me tell you something, and this is the problem. Let me tell you, and I'm gonna stop joking now. This is the problem with y'all betting people. Y'all are laying down with people you don't know their backgrounds. Why? Why are y'all doing this?
Because this is sex.
Why?
Relationships are built off sex.
We got a lot of
YouTube. It's not the sex age. It's always been the sex age.
We got a lot of clips from this show. We got a lot of YouTube and TikTok shorts we're gonna drop today. I can't wait.
No, we not. Let me get off here. Stop clipping me the hell up because I'm sick of y'all. I'm done. Look, 702 and Miz, come get me. Get me the fuck off here. Good night. Good night. God bless.
Thank you,
What a
Queen.
saying, man. Bye bye.
Salute to Queen. Salute to Queen.
Take care, Queen. Thank you for coming.
No, Kings. I appreciate y'all for having me. I'm gonna get off of here because this gonna be clipped up too. Good night.
Yeah,
Peace
your good night's gonna be clipped up too.
Yo, Capo, overall, man, dope show, but we still got to do our crush of the week. You never sent me that.
Oh shit! Go ahead. Why you do yours? Go ahead.
I guess I'll go first. So we are now in the part of the show where we call this crush of the week. Last week we had mine was the beautiful Jade Cargill, AEW. She's actually a female wrestler. Used to hoop, sexy thing. She gives me like that Storm, like superhero Storm vibe. Very beautiful, melanin popping. So while Capo is doing his thing, I'll let y'all know what mine is because I have to give this woman. This woman she's been making music for a while. She just got a song called Lipstick Lover or some shit that she just dropped, which was a little bit more provocative than most of her videos. She's her melanin is popping. I love her beautiful brown skin. And don't get me wrong, we're gonna have some white girls, we're gonna have some Latinas, we're gonna have some Asians. I love everybody. All races. This is not about, this is just she got to be a beautiful black woman or she got to be a beautiful. No, this is for everybody. But just so happily this week, we got to give love to where you at. The beautiful Janelle Monáe. Yes, Janelle Monáe.
Okay.
When I say that this woman does it for me, she does it for me. And it's like she's elegant, the way that she speaks, the way that she carries herself. I know that Hollywood and all of this shit ain't real. I know this. But we can still have hypotheticals. We can still dream. But this woman right here, she does it for me. She's been in the industry for over a decade. She's a songwriter, has hits, got Grammys. She's been in movies, all of this shit, and right now she's back on her music-ish because her creativity is amazing. But from a physical aspect, I want to give this woman right here her flowers. I love this woman, how she moves everything. So Janelle Monáe, you are BA's crush of the week. Keep doing your thing, sexy lady. I'm trying to tell you, keep doing your thing. And if you ever cross my path, if I'm not in a relationship, I'm going to shoot that jump shot. Even if that bitch is from outside the gym, we gonna make sure that ball go through the net. Even if it's a full court shot, I'm shooting this shot, y'all. But yeah, Janelle Monáe, thank you, Queen.
Melanin dripping.
Facts. Melanin is dripping.
Melanin is dripping. You know what I mean?
Facts.
All right. Before BA, he gave you Janelle Monáe. My pick, I've been having a crush on her since back in 1990. What did she come out? What did she come? 1990 something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Little yellow thing. You know what I mean? Ooh. Body is still on fleek. You know what I mean? Body's still top notch at the age she is, which she's like probably my age in the 45, 46 area. Mm-hmm. But my beauty, my crush of the week is.
Oh, hold on, here we go.
Maya is my crush.
Hold up, Capo. I gotta put her. See if I can get her full screen. Can I get her full screen? There we go.
I got you. You know what I mean? Maya, beautiful woman. She's still out here singing. She's still out here making music. You know what I mean? She's a little baddie. Still got a body on her. I've always wanted to meet Maya. I always wanted to bump into her at some point in time. You know what I mean? Yes. I want her to serenade me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look, I know that.
You was wrong. Yeah, you was wrong, Miz. That's Maya. That's Maya. Definitely.
Yeah, that's Maya. Yeah, sir, Maya. But shout out to Maya. Her melanin is dripping too. You know, R&B queen. You know what I'm saying? And shout
Yes.
out to her. Hey, just like BA, if I ever bump into you, I will practice my 15. You'll be one of the 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip all 14 of them and I'm coming straight to you. I'm going to use all 15 chances right
Yes.
on you. Well, you know, hold up. I got to give Joy one.
Joy got to be what?
Shit.
Yo.
Quick, fast, and hurry.
Yes. Her body is like, whoa. She did say that.
Yep.
Her body's like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And fellas.
Man. Jesus Christ.
Make sure. Fuck that. This is the last segment of this. Usually this last segment, but this is something that I did not mention while we're at the end of our show. The 15 challenge. For those of you who have forgotten what that is, the 15 challenge is when you go out in 1 week, you take a week out of your life, go out and you go approach 15 different women. Try to get their number. Try to get to know them and see what the response is from that. And this is not I'm not telling you to do this for you to misuse it and try to be a player. This has nothing to do with being a player. This has something to do with actually being able to break that mold of this internet COVID. Oh, I'm stuck at home or I'm scared to talk to anybody. This is to break that shell for you to get out and actually speak to the ladies. And my DM is open. So for all the fellas out there, right, that are listening to this and we'll be listening to it later, take this challenge if you're still single, because this is for single men. If you are single, hit me back in the DM a week from today, or even 3 or 4 days from today, however you want to spread that out, that 15 challenge out, and let me know how many women get, how many numbers did you get? How many women did you meet in general that were cool? Let me know, because I would love to have more success stories. I've had a couple people already reach out to me in general and told me that this 15 challenge formula has worked. And like I said last week, fellas, make sure your hygiene is together when you do this. Don't just do it. Now, if you at the basketball court or something, you see somebody bad and you sweating and you just get off the court and you see her pass and you have to go holler at her, so be it. Take that chance, because you never know. You never know. This person just might be the one. You have no idea. Or it might be a stepping stone for you to meet the one. And it might be something that might be an experience in your life that actually helps you build internally to be a better person. Because each relationship, if you're smart enough, intelligent enough, teaches you different things, not just about how people act, but about yourself, where you're willing to go, how much love you're willing to give. So try it out.
It also helps with rejection.
Facts.
It also allows you to put some respect on women when they reject you. Instead of calling bitches and hoes, just say it was nice to meet you. Thank you for your time, and move the fuck on.
Facts.
See, niggas like me, like example. Today, I had a small conversation with a lady. I didn't go out to do this 15 challenge. I don't need to. I know how to take rejection very well. I know how to speak to women. Do I want to speak to them right now? Not really. I'm working. I'm trying to make money. Okay. But I did have a conversation with a lady. I did get her number. She gave it to me. She liked the conversation. Does that mean I'm going to call her? No. Yeah, I don't mean shit. That number is probably never gonna hit my phone. Just giving y'all an example.
Yes.
You don't have to call them. You don't.
Yeah.
This is what he's saying. You don't have to do nothing extra. I can get a number and not call.
Yes.
Because I'm not thirsty like that.
That's a fact. Talk.
So this will help y'all get y'all game up. This will help y'all be able to build and understand you, and then understand the different type of women that are out here.
Yes.
Because not all of them are the same.
At all. Multiple different vibes, multiple different flavors, multiple different personalities, multiple different frequencies, vibrations, deep words that a lot of y'all probably don't look up and probably don't know about, but y'all should probably get well versed in that as well. But you have to go out into the world and hunt, especially if you are a male. If you are a man, you should not be swiping left and swiping right. And you should be making time to be able to go engage with the opposite sex. If that is like, just go out, just be personable. You feel me? And even if you don't want to holler at the female because you're nervous or whatnot, nah, fuck that. Holler at her. Especially
you ain't gotta holler, just strike up a conversation.
Exactly. Strike up a conversation, and you'll be surprised at how many good women are out there that are like nice women, I'm gonna say, that are out there that will strike up a conversation, and you'll be surprised the shock factor that might fuck around and turn them on, because they're gonna look at you and be like, this nigga, I'm not dealing with a scary ass nigga right now. To come talk to me, that takes a lot. Because niggas ain't doing it. It's scarce out there. The only niggas that's out there trying to really pull women out in the blue, you feel me, like really out there that's outside of a club setting, are creepers. Most of the creepers are getting all the good chicks fucking their minds up. So why not a good man?
We just want y'all to stay out the DMs. You know what I mean? That's easy work. For example, I do have women in my DMs trying to holler. I don't want to holler at you. Why do I want to holler at you in my DM? You far away somewhere. You're not here. And even if you was here, why start it in the DM though?
Thanks.
A DM is just like a booty call. For me.
Shit. And then in the back of your mind, when a woman does the DM thing, just like a guy, if a guy does a DM thing, in the back of the person's mind is how many fucking people you DM'd. Just like this, just because you've seen a picture, you don't know them from a can of paint, but just because you've seen a picture. But why not go out and get that experience yourself? Because this is what the world is lacking right now, especially in this particular country. Because the powers that be do not want people to connect. They don't. They want everybody separate, because this is how you keep everybody weak and everybody into their induced whatever type of shit that you're addicted, whatever type of addictions that you have, you only going to continue those addictions when you are alone. Do not let that go over your fucking head. You're only going to continue to keep these addictions up when you are alone. And that's when you're going to feed yourself. Because why? Because you're only going to have yourself to say, oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, yeah, I should do it. Ain't nobody looking.
Right.
Go out there and hunt, y'all. That's it. That's all I got. That's my last words for the people.
Me too.
About you, Capo? He said, Capo said, that's it. Steph Curry mentality is an open gym with these women, for real, for real. Talk to these niggas, that guy. Shoot that bitch. Let it go. Let it go.
And turn around and go and run down the court.
And just turn your head, go the other way. Yeah. Facts. You'll be surprised at how many that you actually hit. But on another note,
thank y'all for tuning in, though. I thank y'all, everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. If you didn't hit that like button, please hit that like button on the way out. And please subscribe to the channel and subscribe to CAPOLOGY FACTZ. This is a dope show. Thank y'all for Blue for coming up, Queen Mo 5 for coming up, giving a woman perspective. And at the end of the day, this is for all of us to grow, to understand each other, so we can unite, because the government and the world is trying to divide us and have us funking with each other. You know what I mean? So y'all have to be smarter than the average. If you're not, you always gonna be a lost nigga forever. Harlem hospitals are giving beds out. Salute.
Harlem Hospital is definitely giving beds out to a lot of y'all niggas. But if y'all want to clear up and clean up your craft, you go out there, be a man, stand on yours, and whatever comes with it comes with it. And I guarantee you, the 15 challenge will forever change your life. It will forever change your life. But anyways, this is your guy, BA for Real 100. This is Get Your Game Up. This is your first time here. Hit that subscribe button. You rock with me, I rock with you. And if you're out there hating, just because you think I'm a new guy and you just not stumbling upon this channel, and I've been doing this for a minute, then all I can truly say is thank you for coming and get your game up.
Or you definitely got to hold these motherfucking L's.
Yeah. If you don't got your bars up, what you can take with you?
These L's, bitch.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all once again. Peace and love. And we will be back next week in this thing, same time, 2 p.m. PST. You feel me? Get your game up. Make sure you got your bars up too. And if you don't got your bars up, take this L with you. Salute. No. I'm going to feel a certain type of way. That's going to throw me the fuck off. Like, that's not in my algorithm. That's not in my mental algorithm of the way that I live my life. All this energy, you're going to eventually exhaust the person that you're with.
Hey, what's your point? All women are the same. All women are the same. They all have the same emotion.
You know it's going to be emotional.
But a lot of men don't. A lot of men don't want another man around.
Yeah.
And you gonna be like, God damn, bitch, what? I just did all this shit and you just, what the fuck? Where did this shit come from?